The following is a transcript between Matías De Stefano, referred to as me, and his higher self, referred to as I am, originally produced on March 11th, 2021, under the constellation of Pisces in the mental week, examining through the Taurus field. I am, breathe in, me, hold. I am, breathe out, me, all is calm. There is no nothingness. The nothingness contains all things, and the void is in the center and all around. It is the background upon which the hologram is projected, and is the essence of the hologram. Nothing affects the void, for nothing exists. How to explain the simplest dimension of all? I am, in the most complex way possible. Me, paradox. I am, para, against, and doxos, opinion. Paradox is the Greek word that describes that which is against the public and common opinion, that which is singular, unique, different, unbelievable, out of the ordinary. A paradox describes that situation of which, by common experience, you expect a concrete result, but you receive exactly the opposite as an answer. Me, like the fact that too much light blinds you, leaving you in the dark. I am, there are many paradoxes, but the greatest paradox of the universe is the one that considers the universe as the ultimate unity of all things, the totality, when in reality it is a hologram based on nothingness. Me, how do you arrive at this? I am, the universe itself is a dream that sustains itself in cycles of explanation and contraction. It is the breathing sensation of the mind that generates the ideas of pulses that give rise to the laws of the universe, upon which all existence, every dimension, from the first to the ninth, is based. You must first go through the integration of all dimensions before understanding the one that generates them all, the point. Me, that single particle that reflects everything else. I am. It is not even a particle. It is only an idea that expands and contracts, manifesting as space-time constants. Breathe. Eternal cycles of a spirit creating and returning to itself. The inspiration of 9D drives it to create the constants by which it moves outwards, which designs the toroids of the 8D, projected from the illumination of 7D, eternally transforming itself in 6D, finding patterns and coherence in the 5D, to focus processes in the 4th, and thus experience them in the 3rd, where it discovers the concepts of 2D, and in the axis of its being in 1D, there the cycle is fulfilled. Between the 9th and the 1, both return to 0. Me, there are only 9 dimensions? I am, oh no, they are infinite. Me, what? I am, the first 9 are just measurements of this universe, but they multiply. Me, by how much? I am, the 9 divide outside, out by 2, giving 18. 18 essential dimensions in positive and negative of themselves, which would give rise to the new space-time processes, expression, experimentation, integration, and transcendence. Me, the 4 levels of time which are lived in space. I am, that's right, that is 8. The 4 of time and the 4 of space. For each dimension you will find 8 steps, the cube. Me, hexahedron, a hypercube. I am, now multiply it by the 18. Me, 144. I am, 144 aspects of breathing mind. It breathes in 144 aspects, contemplates 144 aspects, and breathes out 144 aspects, manifesting 3 levels of spirit, soul, and body, 144 times 3, me, 432. I am, oh, the vibration of the heart that commands all that you are, the whole hologram born of nothingness, me. Wait, this is a lot, many numbers. That is what the ancients called the Atlantean cube, the multidimensional expansion of a being. How do we understand it? I am. We have seen all the dimensions. Now try to understand the being that you are through all dimensions. You, Matias, are nothing more than the millimetric fractalization of a particle that, passing through the process of the 7 universal laws, has come to form what you are. But in turn, this particle, you must understand, was reflected in many others. To visualize this, you must imagine a simple fractal, a feather duster of a dandelion. Me, the flowering seed of a plant. I am Tyraxacum officinale, or bitter chicory, or the astaceous plants considered the medicinal herb, has a particular flower that looks like a sun with a lion's mane, whose petals look like lion's teeth. Its light and its image is known all over the world, but even more so is its process of flowering the seed. The receptacle of the flower swells by extending the acneads, the seeds, which were in the uterine zone of the flower, while the stamen and stigmas turn from yellow to fleshy into thin white filaments that open at the top with the vein hairs open like an umbrella. The flower becomes a geometric shape of unparalleled beauty, and the subtlety of the wind, of the breeze, of the air leads them to fly, sowing the seeds over long distances to create new flowers. The image of a dandelion is the key to understanding the fractality of the one cosmic being fragmenting itself. Now, let's dismember this image. The stem of the flower that connects it to the plant is that projection that emerges holding the foundations of the universe, connecting the 1D and the 9D equals a polarity that projects a hologram. The receptacles of the 8D with the constant lines of time and space, containing it in its center of the womb of the divine potential, core of the flower, 7D. From its vertices, from the crossings between the lines of time and space, arise the nodes of 6D, that is, the seeds, the acnes, which contain the potential of the whole plant to create a new one, in many different forms and directions. In the conjunction of the rays of 7D, the crossing of the constant of 8D, and the manifestation of 6D, the 18 primordial seeds manifest, 9 related to the internal and 9 to the external, me, like the flower of light, which has 18 circles. I am. That is correct. Yes, the one in the center, which unites them all, the mind, the idea. This flower then arranges its 18 seeds in 2 circles around the central seeds of mentalism, 6 around the original seed, representing that the other 6 universal laws of correspondence, vibration, rhythm, cause and effect, polarity and generation, and through the attributes of sound, light, form, love, wisdom, will, and another outer circle of 12 seeds representing the potential. I am, I have, I communicate, I feel, I can, I command, I balance, I desire, I see, I use, I know, I believe. These 18 seeds will expand upward, radiating their light in 5D and through the temporal node of the 4D, will expand into the villainous projected in 3D, 4 of time and 4 of space. Thus, each feather duster will possess different probabilities of manifestation. Everything is the flower, just as all dimensions are one and the same reality, making each small part of it a being, an entity, an aspect of itself. When the air displaces them, it multiplies their potentiality by thousands. This is what makes a single system fractalize into millions of options. Me. I myself am like a new flower from the original flower. Is that it? I am. That is right. That's why you are God. Let's go back to the simplicity of numbers. 0 is everything. It is the point from which everything emerges. It is the intention or pulse. It simply is. From itself, everything else emerges. The idea of the internal and the external, of the dream and the dreamer emerges, projecting polarity of the 1D, the concept of the 2D, the experience of the 3D, the process of the 4D, the understanding of the 5D, the transformation of the 6D, the illumination of the 7th D, the eternity of the 8th D, and the hologram of the 9D. Having these 9 dimensions projected, the 0 recognizes that the same are outside and inside of itself, i.e., 9 inside and 9 outside, macrocosm and microcosm, thus 18 dimensions of itself. The 18 arise from this pattern of the constants of time and space, which manifests the pillars where existence will manifest: expression, experimentation, integration, and transcendence, which we all know in space as right, left, front, and back, while in time you know it as being born, growing, producing, and dying. Thus, for each dimension, you will have a concrete process to fulfill. That is, each dimension will go through 4 aspects of time and 4 of space, giving a total of 8, forming the vertices of a cube. 18 cubes will give a total of 144 vertices, which are the final expression of this flower, and one that leads each seed to live its own experience and create its own story, its own universe. Because of this, every being in the universe is part of a universal flower that has 144 aspects, which manifest on the mental plane, on the emotional plane, and on the physical plane. If you wish to return to the center and axis of your being, the most sacred of existence, that is, to dimension 0, you must unite each and every one of them in harmony. That is, bring the body to the 0 point, bring the soul to the 0 point, and bring the spirit to the 0 point, neutralizing action, emotion, and thought. This is how you bring all 144 aspects that compose you into the 000 degree. And the way to connect them all with the code 432, which is 144 times 3, which is vibration, the hertz necessary to balance the oneself. Me, 144,000. The 144,000 enlightened ones who in the tradition said that they will save the earth or ascend to the heavens? I am. The bad news is there is no such 144,000 saviors. The good news is they exist in you. Me. And 432 is the vibration that we use for all music we make? I am. There is a reason for that. Me. So the 144,000 are not people, but a code to speak of the 144 aspects that each being possesses and must balance to point 0 in neutrality to become an enlightened one. I am. To return to the 0 point is the key to the reboot, letting go of everything physically, emotionally, and mentally. Let go of the idea of who you are. Free yourself from the attachments to everything that has built you, letting go of the idea of the mission, of purpose, of pulse, intention, everything. The paradox is that the only way to fulfill purpose is to remove it from your being. The great paradox is that to create your universe, you must cease to be one. The great paradox is that to be one, you must reboot yourself and be 0. Me, nothing. I am nothing. I am. Me. Me. We made the logo for the Arsayian Foundation. I decided to use just the seed of a dandelion. I had in me a certain idea why, but now I understand the symbolism more than ever. When I began to remember the Satu language spoken on the Nile 12,000 years ago, I didn't understand why either, but as I saw its codes created the structure of 144. As I grew older, I understood its logic as well. And my guides always repeating to me 3 times, remember, remember, remember. Unite the aspects of the body, soul, and spirit. Connect the network. Understand the multidimensionality, and that to create a new reality, you have to normalize the existing ones. And at the same time, let go, returning to the 0 point. I am. 0 is neither the beginning nor the end because it corresponds to the 1. 0 is me, is I am. It just is. Me. This is where the true I am is found. I am, but the I am that possesses neither I nor I am. It is the I am of silence. Nothing is necessary there. There is no projection. Me. What being inhibits the dimension 0? I am all and none. Dimension 0 is the only existing one, and at the same time, it does not exist. For to exist comes from the verb existere, which means to be outside, to put oneself in the external, to go outside and remain there. The 0 does not exist, it is. Everything that exists comes from itself. The 0 dimension is not even God, me, so it is nothing itself. I am. Nothingness is the only one that can grant you everything you need to exist. You are a projection of nothingness, which, like the flower, expands in seeds, multiplying from 144 to 144. Me. And what do I do when I have collected them all? I am. Ask the question. Me. Which one? I am. Which one can it be? Me. I am? I am, and so it is. As all that you are will seek to find the answer. The 144 aspects of you will resonate to your question and begin to seek each other. The question is the void, the nothingness. The question is freedom. The question is the potentiality of all possibility. The question will lead you to seek the answer, to expand what you are and can be. The 0 dimension originates all of the others through the emptiness that produces the question. And in itself, there is the answer. Every journey you have made is a reunion through the memory of yourself. You have never left. You have always been. You have only extended yourself to see the answer. And all your aspects in the dimensions of time and spaces are doing the same. When you call out to them in the question, they will hear you. When you show them the answer, they will cheer. All will see the original point, no matter where they have blossomed, in what world, and in what time or space. All will resonate to the center, where they will see the light become nothingness, and they will remember me. Remember, 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 remember. I am. Remember that I am the divinity that becomes time and space, illuminating to infinity, transforming into millions, blossoming to the consciousness of the processes in which I find myself, living the senses of each manifestation, understanding the concepts of existence that live in me as the beginning and end that I am. I am God. I am time. I am space. I am light. I am the way. I am the love. I am the life. I am the truth. I am consciousness. I am the world. I am that I am. 144, 89, 55, 34, 21, 13, 8, 5, 3, 2, 1.